So today, if I did not mention, we're going to be doing your As Within, So Without reading, okay? And let's get started. I split the deck, so As Above, King of Pentacles, and I feel, oh, I can't change. I was going to say, I feel like I'm a little bit too high, but this should be fine. I believe it's because I normally have the camera higher. But let's move on with it, guys. We'll just do what we can do here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. You're reaping what you're sowing, right? And what you're sowing is occurring in the mind. And so there's definitely an imbalance here in terms of your relationship to money, the way you look at money. Okay, as above, so below. As within, the Two of Wands. I mean, you're looking ahead. You're looking forward to the future and everything you're going to do with said Pentacles. But where said Pentacles are said Pentacles coming in. With the energy that I'm seeing here, it seems that, again, there's some type of imbalance. So you're really going to have to do a little bit of work here to kind of, you have to tweak something, guys. Something has to be tweaked here in order to get your manifestations coming in. As within, and then a Knight of Swords, so without. So it's like you're taking action. Okay. You're at least planning within, okay? You're planning within your soul, and it seems that you're taking action in the 3D right now. You're actually making some moves, or even taking aligned action, if you will. Whatever you've actually been doing or resonate with. Okay, interesting. So Strength, bottom of the deck. So I love to see that there, because it's like I said, like, you just have to tweak or balance something here, guys. It's not like this is a lost cause, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're putting in action, you're putting in the efforts here, you're putting in time, like you're sitting here thinking about literally your actions. Like, look at the imagery here. So you're literally putting in, like I said, either the focus, the effort, the energy, with the Strength here at the bottom of the deck, it's like Major Arcana as well. And right under that, the Tower happened to catch my eye. Why? Well, 2 Major Arcana right there, but also because the Tower has been popping out quite a bit, okay? Nonetheless, guys, like, whether this was a past romantic situation or not, there was a Tower moment that occurred, okay? In the rather recent either months or weeks, okay? I would say fewer for some, but maybe even years, okay? But again, I'm really mostly feeling more so like this is rather more recent, like more in the months, like, right, happened couple months to like half a year, something like that. So, give or take weeks to a year or a couple years. But guys, I mean, you fell out of the tower. Excuse me, you were struck down. And you built up the courage, you built up the bravery, the confidence, and the inner power to move forward in your life. And to move with fortitude during moments of, danger and distress. So whatever the situation was, whether it was in love, career, or finance, you have an air about you. You can confidently draw lovers. There's in your career, right? You're a professional, okay? Quality mindset, quality oriented. Like you don't half-ass things. Like, you know, that when you put your name to something, you want to make sure that you're proud of it. And in finances, you know, take this as it resonates. You know, some of the collective here could be making rather large purchases. Or excuse me, were making rather large purchases. But at this point in time, it's like the energy of how you've been spending financially has changed. It's something has shifted here. So as I was saying, whether in the area of love, career, or finance, something struck you down, like I said, from a place of comfort or familiarity, and just completely rocked it on its side. So, but getting the Strength card means that you're a very patient individual, okay? And someone who's likely to accomplish their mind to anything that they, set their mind to. And so you can see that here in the Two of Wands. You now have something set on your mind. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know. I do know that you are you are taking actions right now. You're doing things right now in the 3D. Yeah, and I think this tower was just fuel, guys. This tower was just fuel to push you. This is literally, it's such a huge, powerful message in our collective, okay? So many of us had to walk away from a super disappointing situation because something happened. I mean, you were trying to make things work, okay? Again, whether love, career, finance, a lot of it is in the area of love, but even career and finance, or I mean, literally a little bit of all three, guys, because there's a lot going on in our lives these days, right? It's just whatever this tower moment was to you here in the last few weeks to months, okay? It pushed you into a new timeline, a new surge of strength, a new really relationship. It's just a much more committed relationship to source energy. Like if you resonate with what I just said there, I mean, guys, it's like I want to say, like, welcome to the family, because when you have a strong connection with source and you're blessed, provided, and guided for, and I mean, but it's like some shit had to go down. Some shit had to go down for you to really see, for you to really see your worth. For you just to understand that, you do have the strength, guys. Major Arcana number 8. So 8 could be very, a very powerful number for some of you, 88 or 88. Also, I was born in 88, the infinity symbol as well. So it's just very powerful. It's like knowing now. You freaking know now. Like, It's like, guys, it's like, it's funny. So now, it's like when you know, it's like, it's like we made it to a place of just intense, powerful protection here. And you're giving, I mean, you're giving birth to things now. Birth to possibly even, you know, another human being, but, you know, birth to new ideas, birth to hobbies, projects, ways to uplift the world, the collective, you know, the human race, and, you know, every single individual soul. You know, I'm just, I'll let you look. I'm really looking here at the character in the card in the lion. And I'm just really feeling, I feel like the lion is source, it's the universe. Just so proud to like welcome you home. It's like, by the way, sorry about the tower, but like, you know, something had to happen for you to just like, you know what I mean? Just sit with, like, literally just like take all that chaotic energy, you know, literally, I mean, we've got fire, thunder happening here. Like, I mean, there's a lot going on, guys. You know, it's like, and also, I've never said that about the tower and how the helmet, the crown, okay, the king's crown, I would assume, yeah, is, come on, Lena, don't lose it. Oh, but that someone was basically like, their delusions, they were not like, they were knocked out of their delusion. And I'm talking for like both parties. I'm feeling like relationship energies right now, like, especially especially if you're, you know, you were dealing with, you know, low-key type narcissistic, you know, manipulative, unhealed, wounded, whatever you want to call it, type energies, that were trying to just take you down with them or make you feel certain types of like ways for no reason. Well, they got knocked the F off their thrones, you know what I mean? Because you had the strength to freaking walk away from them. And again, you can apply this honestly to a career type situation, or from, you know, a like family type situation. But something happened where like it rocked both of you. Like both of you were just, you know what I mean? It's like, or it was like a self, you know, even self-sabotage type of thing. But I mean, it was all, you know, the universe already knew. I think you already deep down knew as well. Like, this, I'm getting strong vibes of like that this is either the second, if not plus, chance that you've given this particular situation or relationship or person. But something came crashing down for the two of you, you know, or something, or there was a self-sabotage type thing that they did here. But either way, like, regardless, you know, I just have to, it's just such a beautiful card. You're moving on. You're moving on and you're planning, okay? And you're taking action, but let's take a look at what's going on here in the mindset and how that's affecting, you know, your 3D. Also, just to touch on the tower here though, guys, so Major Arcana 16. So, you know, 16 could be significant for some of you. That's also, you know, times 2, 8 times 2. So something to do there with, you know, something to do with 8s. Or not even 8s. There was just like, again, that infinity. It's like coming back home to yourself. Like finally being in flow. In flow state with that infinity symbol above the character's head. But, anyway, I don't want to get too hung up on that there, but, you freed yourselves, guys, from false constructions in your life that were determining your value. So just take that as it resonates, and you stepped up and took care of the situation, of yourself, of the energies, of your relationship to Source. It's that your relationship with Source has strengthened. That's what I'm really feeling in it, and I love it. Alrighty, so we're going to touch on now the King of Pentacles. Okay, that's coming in for us in the reverse. The King of Pentacles, it really speaks to like abundance, right? I even want to say generosity as well. So the King of Pentacles now is coming in for your as above. Okay, so this is just essentially what's going on in the mind. It's coming in the reverse though, so there's something here, I don't know, okay, take what resonates. This could speak to, just materialism, being poor with financial decisions. This could speak to gambling or some type of exploitation or possessiveness. Again, just take what resonates. But nonetheless, besides all that, there's just a concern here that perhaps your focus is solely on money or on the outcome of, okay? And so let's think, manifestation. It's very, very important when you're manifesting to focus on the daydream for the purpose of just enjoying the daydream. You have a daydream and it brings you pleasure. You find yourself smiling as you're driving and think about something. That's what you want to feel. If you're now thinking about the same thing, but you're getting upset or being like, yeah, but I don't see the money. I don't see the money in the bank yet. Yeah, but I don't see the money growing. Yeah, but I don't see the the pentacles that I've put in, I don't see that harvesting or producing anything, right? Or, you get the energy, right? There could just be, it's like you're too concerned on the outcome, on the who, what, when, where, why, how even, to the detriment, right? Because you're a strong individual here, guys. You're a strong individual. You're putting the time in to do the daydreaming. Okay, look at how the character's holding the world in his hands there. So if, as you're working towards your goals right now, instead of focusing on the negative aspects, just try putting your focus into what can be changed in the now, right? To start producing better outcomes, or to start attracting different situations, perhaps I can say, or different energies. But so if you're working towards a goal, this card asks you to be extremely decisive and clear about your direction. Okay, so that's your message, to be extremely decisive and clear about your direction. Okay, in your mind, to just be really clear with yourself, okay, in terms of what you envision, how you want to, what you want to, all that type of stuff. And then from there, as we see in the Two of Wands, you're encouraged to take time to plan your objectives, breaking them down into realistic steps. Okay, so I know it sucks, guys, but there's so many tools out there on the internet. You could even use AI if you want to help you set, literally set up objectives, and then break them down into realistic steps, But, right now you could be feeling like frazzled or just so, again, focused on the non-abundance, it's like look around at what you have now and just as best as you can, right? you can't fake it, right? If it's truly genuine and authentic, that's why it's the highest vibration, authenticity. Source is gonna know, the universe is gonna know. You can't lie to yourself. Okay, this is the infinity. Remember, 8 is very important here in today's reading. What you put out, you're going to receive back. Okay, it's as simple as that, and that's why it's like such. And I feel like I'm not saying things as eloquently as I could be, but hopefully you guys are catching my drift here. It's gonna behoove you very much at this time, okay, as we move into the summer and the fall, to again just maybe take a step back, be real with yourself about what it is you see yourself doing or can realistically start in the now. Okay, sure, we might all want to be multi-millionaires today, but until that, you know what I mean? But that may not be as insanely realistic. So until that happens, because it is going to happen, right? Until that happens, what can I work on now that's realistically obtainable? And then again, just break it down into realistic steps in your mind, or, write it down, use tools, use a calendar, whatever. And just start trying to make realistic goals and set yourself a time frame, or just start on the first step, and that'll start to create the momentum for the next step, and then you just continue on from there. So focus your mind now, as I said, at this time on trying to just sorry guys, I was gonna say, I'm feeling it's a beautiful day, Saturday. I'm just I'm a little not even tired. It's just, I don't want to say it's been a long day. There's a lot that's happened in today, but honestly, I really enjoyed how it was handled. So anyway, I'm just talking to source now at this point, but so we're touching on now 7 of Pentacles. So now we talked about your as above, that's like your mindset. So let's talk about the 7 of Pentacles, which is coming in for your as below. Excuse me, for your so below. And let's see how your mental is affecting, your behaviors, your thoughts, your, what you're currently doing in the 3D. Well, right? Because as above, so below, guys, right? That's that infinity either way, you know what I mean? That's just probably going to be the title, is just this single infinity symbol. Because that's completely, it's just, anyway. As above, so below, as within, so without, guys, okay? You know now. You know that now, so you need to act accordingly. You know what I mean? It's time to it's time to start buckling up as we just start ascending. So how's your mental affecting your 3D? Well, right now you may be procrastinating. There could be some unfinished work that you haven't been able to, wrap up. You might feel like just low effort, like maybe you've been putting low effort into your projects, or not as much effort as you'd like. But you definitely feel a lack of growth, setbacks, and patience, and certainly a lack of reward right now, okay? As we said at the beginning, like a lack of harvest. The 7 of Pentacles reversed indicates that you've not been receiving a return, or excuse me, it's like, it indicates that you've been feeling as though you've not been receiving a return on an investment that you put into either a project, a career, a job in the industry, or even a relationship. And we talked about relationships earlier because I was picking up on that. So, the energy and resources that you've been putting out, it's like they haven't reaped the harvest that you'd envisioned. And it's just going back into the, it's that infinity loop. It's like what you're doing in the 3D is feeding into the mind's feeding back. And you guys gotta tune that frequency. You've got to tune the dials. 'Cause you know what, like, you're even taking actions, guys, and that's you know what I mean? So even if I say low effort, I didn't mean that as in you're not putting in effort. It's just you feel that it's not enough. You feel that it's the effort's too low. But guys, simply getting the energies going and just start, then the momentum will build itself. But that's why I said at the beginning, you gotta, I don't know where I was going at, but whatever, you just gotta start something. You have to, and you're gonna need to fix this relationship that you have with your money. There's definitely, I don't know what it is you need to do. Money is energy. Everything's energy, but money as well is energy. So view that as another relationship, not like to a person, but how's your relationship to money? How's your relationship to what you do for how you thrive, right? Your job, your career, your safety net, however you want to look at it. And it depends. For the collective, it'll be different, for everyone in the collective. But you could be feeling like there's just no results from love, perhaps no results being made in the work efforts that you've been put in. Perhaps you feel as if you're in a stagnant career. And you just definitely feel, it's just the energy of, like, you definitely feel little financial compensation. That's the biggest part here, is that, right now, although you're taking action and thinking about the things, you're thinking about it from a place of lack. Because this is the King of Pentacles, and in its upright true form, in its upright form, is abundance. But you guys have a lack. Right now, it's like a lack of abundance. Okay, a lack of abundance in the mind. A lack of abundance in the mind that is just it's feeding and still, affecting your 3D. Okay, I hope I said that as best as I can. But there's no doubt that you're worried about money right now, guys. But again, it's just if you really want that to change, you got to stop being worried about the money, and you're just going to have to find out how that really resonates to you. Of course, we'll pull advice on that, but because you have guys, you're doing the things. You went through tough times. You came out on top. You're being watched, protected, and supported by the universe. And your soul is your soul's ready to go. Your soul's ready to go with the Two of Wands. And you're literally, you are taking actions, or like you're soon about to. But what else can we say? Let's take a look at some advice here. But I also want to just touch here on the Two of Wands briefly, coming in as your as within. Even well, anyway, I was just gonna say, even the two, I don't really know what that white circle is supposed to represent, but the earth along with that white circle, it almost looked like just another kind of infinity to me in a way, you know, as, or even, you know what I mean, like a, you know, as within, so without, right? As above, so below. But within, what I really like is within, guys, you're already planning, you're making decisions in the mind, you're leaving comforts, and you're taking risks, okay, with the Strength card. You are planning your long-term financial future, but right now you're trying to lay down the foundation, and that's what feels a little unstable for you in terms of, you know, how you feel about it in the mind. But you know, the Two of Wands at the end of the day revolves around making decisions. So, you're either satisfied with your current knowledge, which you're not, or you're going to move forward and take risks with the Knight of Swords. But again, you can't just be reckless, okay? You're going to need to, like we talked about, put realistic plans in place to help guide you, you know, to help just kind of guide you as you move forward. The Knight of Swords is coming in for your so without. You can be very, again, this does speak to impatience, okay? So you're gonna need to just, it's like, allow yourself the time, like give yourself the time to, like, maybe I think it's like what I'm feeling is like you put so much pressure on timelines or dates or like as if things need to be done by in a certain amount of time. It's like just do things when they feel you have the energy to do them, when you feel that you can energetically do the thing. And I hope that resonated to, you know, how it was supposed to those who were supposed to receive it. Like you're ready to go. You are so ready to take off. But until you work on this, I don't know, on this King of Pentacles in the reverse. Sorry, there's a little bug on my thigh. Bro, seriously. Okay, sorry. Side struggles. I mean, it's, you know, it's Texas, so it's getting hot, and I think, you know, these are brand new apartments, maybe half a year old, if not less, and there's tiny little bugs, though, that have started coming in, and so, Lisa, I love how she warned me about this after I agreed to come watch Toby. Oh, by the way, don't freak out about the bugs. I'm like... No, it's fine. They're definitely manageable. If they were, you know, any other thing, I'm not sure that would work out so much. Like roach infestation, nah. Dog's coming with me. We're gone. All right. So, Knight of Swords, so without. So again, you're ready to go, but you need to be. I mean, you're a very intellectual person, but with that being said, you need to be mindful of doing things at the proper time. Yes, you want to take action, but also if you feel like you're not reaping the rewards that you're so attracting in, then I just feel that there needs to be some more focus here. Okay, so intellectually focus your energy, focus your mind. You are, you know, you're very ambitious, guys. You're very ambitious and you're ready to get things moving. Like when you think about stuff, you start planning like you're ready to get going, but there's a call here, and I'll try to find out. I mean, either way, it's like, you know, your goals are within reach, but you're now at that point, okay, it's like now you're at the finally, it's like there was going to be some time there where you really had to feel like, what's going on? Where, again, like, which way am I going? How's it going to look? Like, what do I want to make of myself? What's my legacy? The whole shebang. It's like the energies are now, it's like the universe, what the universe is trying to say is, you went through the tower moment, you came out on top, right? You're being rewarded in a sense, but you do need, again, there's just something here about that. I don't know if it's, do you practice thankfulness? Authentic gratefulness. Do you get happy when you think about money, or do you get distressed by it? All that kind of stuff is gonna lend to bringing your plans into reality with focus, with strength, which you have here, and with courage. But it's like, it's time to start taking more decisive actions, guys. It's like you're getting things done, you're taking action, but it's more so about focusing a little bit more directly, that intention, that focus. Okay, so, and again, you have the strength to do it here. I'm just gonna pull some advice and see what wants to come out. Let's just see if that. Okay, we'll take it. I mean, so I'll let you take a look at this for a quick second. 2 major arcana, along with the 3 of Swords. And just let me look, this is Major Arcana 7, and I think that's 18. Yeah. So, hey, if you wanted to say, take the 7 plus the 1 from the 14, that's 8. And then this is card 18. So you've got, so I mean, there's just, again, 888. Getting heavy, just heavy 8 energy. Or, y'all were born on 8, on 88. You're the dragon. Okay, so back to, sorry, it's just, it looks actually really cool. But, so with the Hanged Man in the upright, I just feel like you guys might actually, it's like you're taking action with the Knight of Swords, but you kind of need to take a little bit of a period of, you need to wait, just because there's uncertainty, there's lack of direction, so wait for just a little bit, and don't be scared that this waiting is gonna end everything you've started. Like, I don't know why I want to say, like, if you just started like a social media or a YouTube channel and you're like, I have to post every day or else, for like whatever, just 5 months or else it's never gonna, something like that, and you even if you need to give yourself a good, just solid, the week off and then return, or just take a few days, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and return. Like, guys, the world's not gonna come crashing down, so I feel like I needed to say that. But this is, your waiting is like, right now, a period of trials has come into your life, okay? And right now, waiting might be the exact thing that you need to do to uncover some of this uncertainty. And you also may be in the middle of a transition period as well, realizing that you're still stuck you're stuck halfway between the old. That's why this tower came out, because the tower is still there. The energy of the tower is still there. but it's like it's to remind you still though that I feel like these cards came out right off the bat to remind, you know, it's because you need to keep reminding yourself of what you've overcome. It's literally glorious, guys. Because a lot of us, you know, we're in some heavy energies. So, you know, and then of course, Three of Swords, you know, is there as well. So, you know, that's heartbreak's healing. Perhaps pain, you know, painful thoughts, I think, as well are ending. And you were also, you know, you were in a period of, you know, with the moon here in the upright, you felt like you were in a period, let's see here, let me not confuse that with those. Okay, so with the Hanged Man and the Moon in the reverse, this is, right now, it's like, guys, you know, let the anxiety subside, regain your composure, you know, it's like you know, you may be creeping into blocking your intuition, because of, you know, these thoughts, this lack mentality or lack thoughts right now that are going through your head. But just understand that, you know, you must deal with your anxiety and fears by overcoming them. And the Moon card advises you not to make any important decisions until the period of uncertainty is over. It's everything we've been talking about. So chill on this Knight of Swords energy. Give yourself time to properly plan and don't like rush your own self, you know. That's what really what I'm getting here. It's not even outside influences that are really affecting it. It's more so your mental, like you're rushing yourself or thinking there's some type of timeline that you got to meet. But time is fluid, okay? So just just remember that, because sometimes we do forget, even I do forget that as well, okay? But guys, everything's coming to light here. Soon everything's going to become clear to you. You're gonna look, it's like I can just see like a story timeline here. You're gonna look back on everything and be like, damn, remember when I was just getting hit hard. I came out of that shit. I didn't know what I was doing with my life, where I was going. Like, you know, I didn't know what I was gonna make of myself, how I was gonna provide for myself, what I was gonna do next, you know. You know, you're putting yourself out there. You have good intentions here as well. But again, guys, you're being called here to, with the Hanged Man, that you're just waiting might be the exact thing that you need to do to allow the, you know, the energy to settle a little bit and to give you clarity as well. Okay, so clarity's coming, guys, and, you know, everything's looking good. Heart's healing. You're on the right. You know, you're on the right path. But just wait, and that's gonna somehow give you time. And even when I say wait, you know, if it calls to you, I would really recommend meditation. Trying to, you know, sit with your thoughts, or even guided meditations, just something of the sort to kind of get you into that energy of meditation. I think that would really help here as well, you know, really start bringing those clear ideas to you. And if not, just you know, just take a look at maybe what you're doing throughout the day. Like, maybe if you catch yourself, I love music, right? But I don't listen to as much music as I used to. You know, like, I do still heavily, but like not all day. Like, I'll listen to some music, but then I make sure to listen to some stuff, you know, on business, or I'll make sure to listen to some spiritual content. I'll make sure to meditate. I make sure to move my body. Like, so try to set things for yourself, you know, and just as you're taking care of yourself, enjoying yourself, giving yourself time to rest. I mean, a thought could come to you when you're simply making like a piece of toast, right? And putting some jam on there, and suddenly a good idea pops out to you because, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'll probably just end it there, guys. Let's see what we split on there. Yeah. Queen of Swords. You know, you're just, there's so many choices right now, and I think you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but you know, it's almost like just give yourself time. Like, it's okay to, you know, even if you feel like people are coming at you with stuff, like, if you said, you know what I mean, like, this Saturday I'm doing such and such, and people try to contract you, do not disturb. You know what I mean? It's so, again, that's really going to allow your things are going to start to become clearer, and you're going to be able to start making, you know, more. Somehow you're going to attract in the energy to know which decisions you need to make, and then things are just going to start attracting in, guys. Sorry, I feel like I'm a little bit, not tongue-tied, but a little bit not, well, you know, energy is energy. It changes from day to day, so maybe I just need to eat something now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.